Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF Bets race of the day for Saturday, February the 17th, race number 10 at Laurel. It's the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie on a loaded Laurel card. And if you sign up for a DRF Bets account right now, you can access a $200 free bet. No deposit required. All you have to do is go to drf.com/join using the promo code FREEBET09. Let's take a look at this field of fillies and mares going 7 furlongs at Laurel. You can access free formulator past performances of this race at the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com. Download them and handicap along with us as we take this field in post-position order. Mike, the number 1, Divine Miss Gray, has been on quite a roll for Danny Gargan. Looked good winning the Interborough last time out at this distance, the Big 8.
I liked that effort from her last time. She had speed right from the start, secured the inside, and just never stopped running in that race. That was I thought, a really nice performance for, as you say, a filly who just, since Gargan took over her training, she's just gotten better and better with every start. She has to rail here with an aggressive rider. I think she's going again, Dan. I think she's going to be pretty tough to catch in this race.
I think she'll either be on the lead, or if someone else is absolutely hell-bent on it, she can sit second. She has shown that ability, most notably 2 starts back going a 1-turn mile at Aqueduct. She beat Bull last time out for Billmont, but Bull is very lightly raced. This is only going to be her 2nd start as a 4-year-old. The buyers are moving the right way for trainer Billmont. My argument sort of against Bull, and she has a good price at 12-1 on the morning line, is Divine Miss Gray had to put away 2 other horses early. She opened up. It seemed to set up very well for Bull. This time around, the pace might not be as kind to the Mott trainer.
Yeah, she got a great trip last time, and she ran. She just never could get anywhere near Divine Miss Gray. On her wrong lead the entire way through the stretch in that race. I think she's fine. I don't love her in this race, but it's hard to, knock anything she's done on dirt anyway so far. I just feel like she's going to have to run better than she did in the Interborough to win here.
Several horses in this race cross-entered for another stakes race at Laurel earlier on the Saturday card. One of them is the number 3, Sky Flower, who finished 3rd going 2 turns in the Nellie Morse last time out. I thought that was a pretty decent effort. The last run was the best run. Sky Flower tried to get involved with a 3-wide bid, was provoked by 2 horses from the back of the pack. I thought she ran okay. She has a winning profile, 8 for 19 lifetime. I'm just not sure this is her distance.
I agree. I like that she wins a lot of races, and she sort of holds her own in those minor stakes races. I think this is going to be tougher if they elect to run her in this race. Don't mind her turning back, but she just feels like, as good as she is, she has to improve to win.
Frisky Whiskey, the number 4, also cross-entered earlier on the day at Laurel. Got beat for a $10,000 starter allowance last time out, and this is just a gigantic step up in class. And start number 31, this will be her first stakes try.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like, for whatever reason, entering her in this race, they're just taking a shot.
Teskia is a very likable horse for trainer Michael Pino. This will be her 10th lifetime start. She's been on the board 7 of her previous 9 outings, but no match for Miss Locust Point, who just toyed with her last time out, and Teskia's really got to improve.
Yeah, Miss Locust Point's actually toyed with her twice in her last couple of races, last few races anyway. So I guess the question you have to ask yourself with Teskia, and you go back and watch those races, there are no excuses for her in those races. She got good trips, and she just couldn't go with that horse. The question you have to ask yourself is, what will be different for her today in the Barbara Fritchie? Maybe what will be different in this race is that Miss Locust Point gets hooked up with Divine Miss Gray. The pace is a lot faster. They have to work a lot harder, and the trip really works out for her. I can see that happening. I'm still not sure I think she's good enough to win this race, though.
Let's talk about the number 6, Burned. It took the connections a few tries to figure out that what she wants to do is rally from the back of the pack in 1-turn races. She has 4 1-turn races on her record, 2 wins, 2 seconds, including just an explosive last-to-first effort last time out in the Safely Kept race. That was a very fast race, a 93 buyer speed figure. I'm not sure the pace is going to be as quick in that race. That race seemed to fall apart a little bit at the end, but she dusted that field.
Yeah, I mean, she finished strong in that race. I really like that effort from her, and I agree with you. Even the race 2 starts back at Charlestown, she ran fine in that. That was a 2-turn 7 furlongs. To me, she's just a way better 1-turn horse. And, we'll see how the pace plays out. I know that Miss Locust Point has some speed, and maybe she just goes in here. I think Divine Miss Gray's going from the rail. And I think if the pace isn't super fast, I think it'll be there for her. I think Burns a very dangerous horse right back in this race.
I like that sustained move she made last time out. I mean, she was all in 3 furlongs from home, and she was as fresh as a daisy crossing under the wire. She's getting good for Graham Motion. Moiety, boy, much the best last time out in the Mahoning Distaff. She missed the break completely, came with a big run to win. While I really don't love that field, one of the horses came out of there to earn an 82 buyer, finishing 2nd. Another one came out to win a stakes race over the synthetic at Turfway Park with an 84 buyer. Maybe it's better than it looks, and the fact remains, she's only been off the board once in her life, and that was routing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't love the race that she's coming out of, but considering the start she got off to in that race, and it wasn't very good, and the fact that she had to come wide, you could probably upgrade her a couple of points off that win. She ran well last time. She's obviously a good sprinter, and the thing with her is, you know, she came from way out of it to win last time. Generally speaking, she's going to be closer to the pace than she was last time, and so if they don't go a fast pace in there, she might find herself in a really good trip in this race.
Bishop's Pond has won 2 out of her last 3 dirt races. The loss came when she was completely overmatched against the late in the Grade 1 Belle Dame. If she runs in this race, she's also cross-entered in the route earlier in the day. This would be the first sprint run in her 25-race career. Perhaps she'll run here simply because it's likely she's nearing the end of her career. A valuable 6-year-old broodmare. Doesn't have graded black type just yet.
No, that's true. Maybe that's what they're looking for with her. We'll see what race they decide to go in. Personally, I like her as a horse, but I like her better going longer. And I can't see her, especially with her running style where she likes to get out there on the lead going longer. She has almost no chance to make the front in this race unless there's not a dead center. I don't think that's going to work out for her.
Let's see if Timeform US agrees with Mike's pace assessment. They do. They have the 8 Bishop's Pond sitting in 3rd. They do have the 9 Miss Locust Point clearing off to the front. And Miss Locust Point, a gate-to-wire winner in her last 2 races at Laurel, going 6th. She has won at 7 in the past. I guess the knock against Miss Locust Point, it's hard to knock a horse that's 5 for 7 lifetime, is she's yet to run that fast race. She's also very lightly raced and might still be coming into her own.
True enough.
I love the way she destroyed that field last time out in the What a Summer.
Yeah, I mean, just too good for those horses at 1 to 100. I don't know. I mean, I guess to me, that's one of the knocks, as you say, she just hasn't run the fast race. The other knock for me is, and I know the race was followed by a long layoff, but they've tested her exactly once in her life, and she wasn't close to good enough in the Forward Gal. I mean, that was just one of those races where she was a big favorite in there. She never looked like she was going to win. And again, there was a long layoff after that, so maybe something just went wrong, but she's tested again here, and I'll take a little exception with that pace projector. I don't think she's loose on the lead in here. I think Divine Miss Gray is going from the rail in here and making this horse race. And I'll be honest with you, as the favorite or one of the favorites, I don't like her at all in this race.
I'm a big fan of Kazan coming down from New York. Barbara Bauer's done just a wonderful job with this mare. You could argue she was best in the Iroquois 3 starts back. In the Garland of Roses 2 back, she got her revenge on Absolutely or took her down with a perfect trip in the Iroquois. And she was a mortal lock last time out at 7 to 10 in the La Verdad, and she dusted that field. She's got good tactical speed, a decent enough outside post where she can park herself in mid-pack. And there's expected to be some sloppy weather in Maryland on Saturday. A little snow expected on Saturday. This horse loves a wet track.
Yeah, she really does. I mean, I agree with everything that you said about her. I like that it felt like she sort of lost her way maybe a little bit last year through the summer. And I feel like she's rounded back into form in her last couple races now. They weren't the strongest fields in the world, but she won her last 2 races very, very easily with competitive speed figures. I think she's a player in here.
She's a New York bred along with the morning line favorite. On the outside, the number 11 Highway Star, another one that loves a wet track. She went over the $1 million mark last time out with a runner-up effort in the Go for Wand handicap. Listen, she is the class of this race. She is tough and wants to beat you, but the connections have said the goal this year is to get that Grade 1. She's won several graded races, no Grade 1s. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a starting off point and they want to see a good solid run, and she'll progress as the year moves on.
Yeah, I could see that all that being true. Even with that being said, though, I mean, her good race is just maybe too good for these horses. I mean, she put together quite a campaign in 2016, and even last year. There's only 3 for 8 last year, but she just ran great from one start to the next. I think she is the horse to beat in this race. But I don't know that, when I look at this race, I don't know that I feel like she has to win. I think she's going to be very tough, though.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Saturday DRF Bets race of the day, the prestigious Barbara Fritchie. You're going with Burned. You've always liked her. You've always liked her around 1 turn. This distance hits her right between the eyes. All she needs is pace. She's 6 to 1 on the morning line. You take that.
Yeah, I think that's a fair price on her, and we'll just see if she can keep that momentum going that she has going right now. And you're right. I like her around 1 turn, and I do think there's going to be enough pace in here. There's got to be some for her, but I do think there's going to be enough to set up her run.
This is part of a pick 4, all stakes pick 4, I believe, at Laurel. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow on DRFTV. You like the 6. Your top 4 picks for this race are 6, 1, 11, 10. Who else do you use, if any, in the pick 4?
Yeah, mostly the 6 and the 1 are the 2 horses who I like most in this race, but I'm not getting knocked out of this pick 4 by 2 New York breds on the outside.
Divine Miss Gray is my top selection in here. Think she can work out a decent trip, either on the lead or sitting off Miss Locust Point. She's razor sharp right now. Now she's going to do it against slightly better horses. I'm going to go 1, 6, 2 and 9 in the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie. Again, if you're playing from home, no better place than with DRF Bets. You access a $200 free bet, no deposit required when you go to drf.com/join and use the promo code FREEBET09. Approximate post time for the Barbara Fritchie, race number 10 at Laurel on Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern. Good luck.